So good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again. I'm still fuming from last night. To anybody who hasn't checked out my fan cam, go and check it out. Do check out the stream I just did as well with Saeed and Northside. Both equally as fuming, to be fair. Man United are absolutely in the mud as well. Probably more so than Arsenal right now. The only difference between Arsenal and Man United is Man United ain't winging it. They're just saying, it's all on the table, mate. This is us. Whereas us down at the Asna, we're winging it. We're winging it. We're finessing everybody. The results don't fool me. They don't fool me. And that performance last night was shambolic. But there we go. It is what it is. But we're going to talk about accountability or lack of in English football because it's a disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace. Yeah, and I'm sick and tired of no accountability in English football. Before we get into talking about all of that, make sure you are smashing the like button up. I don't know what's going on with my green screen today, but it's a bit fuzzy in the corner. There we go. It is what it is. But smash the likes up, leave your comments and super chats down below, share the content around, subscribe to the channel, all of that jazz. But Bayern Munich last night, they got knocked out of the cup to a third division team sat 15th in the league. And all I've seen all over socials, on their podcasts and stuff like that, on Spotify, etc., is all of their fans en masse, all on the same page, saying it's a disgrace, get Tuchel out, sack him. Whereas all I see in English football clubs, Man United and Arsenal, is give him time, give him time. He needs another transfer window. We've got injuries. It's only the Carabao Cup. It doesn't matter. What do you mean it doesn't matter? Who made it fashionable for these cups not to matter? Since when have these English football clubs have the God-given right to throw cups in the bin when they don't win anything? Yeah, Man United won that cup last season. It's the first trophy they'd won for 6 years? Arsenal haven't won a trophy for coming on 4 years now. Doesn't matter. Heads up, on to the next. And when you go through the socials of both of them football clubs, it's just full and infested, absolutely infested with people saying, don't matter, it's only the Carabao Cup, bigger fish to fry. Yeah, can't sack the manager. No, give him time, he's got injuries. Well, how comes Bayern Munich don't have this problem? How comes Real Madrid don't have this problem? Why don't these foreign clubs, PSG, don't have this problem? All the fans are on the same page. If you lose a game, it's a disgrace. You're Real Madrid. You lose a game, it's a disgrace. You're Bayern Munich. You lose a game, it's a disgrace. It's PSG. Where's this for English clubs? No accountability leads to performances and results like we see last night. Time and time and time and time and time again. Doesn't matter. On to the next game. It's a bigger game against Newcastle at the weekend. No, it ain't. Do we get a cup if we beat Newcastle at St James's Park? No, we don't, do we? Do Man United get a cup if they win at the weekend? No, they don't, do they? Don't you want a day out at Wembley? Don't you want to go and win a trophy? Yeah, this has all started, this whole notion of, oh, it's only the cup. Firstly, Arsene Wenger will, forfeit a trophy. Yeah, and all of the fans that have jumped on that Wenger hype train will, why do you look at me? Because it's your press conference, Arsene, that's why. And then Sky Sports dramatising the league, over-dramatising the league. Let's be real. Yeah, they're a massive issue. A massive, massive issue. The prize money is an issue. 100 grand for the winner. What incentive is there for clubs, not just Premier League clubs, but any clubs, to actually go and take that competition seriously? There ain't. Because even if you're somebody in the lower divisions, 100 grand ain't a lot of money, really, is it? Let's be fair, for a football club. Even if you're in League One, still not a massive amount of money, is it, if you win it? The lure of getting into the Premier League because it's seen as the be-all and end-all. How's that going for Sheffield United, Luton and Burnley? How's that going? Luton Town spent 22 million quid out of their 200 million for getting promoted. They're only there for the money. They've pocketed the rest of that. Oh, but they got a new stadium being built. And what? They were getting that built before they got in the Premier League. Well, couldn't they afford it then? Why don't you invest that money into your team and start actually trying to move up the table to try and win stuff? Why don't you have a cup run? Yeah, I'm sick and tired of it. Yeah, every single year. Oh, it's only the Carabao Cup. Yeah, well, how comes Liverpool won last night then? Liverpool are fighting on four fronts this year. They're in the league. They're in the Europa League. Obviously, the FA Cup draw ain't been done yet. That'll be done in January. And they got through last night. How comes Liverpool can take it seriously? Oh, but you have to rotate, otherwise you fall away at the end of the season. How about buy better players in the summer then? Instead of rating transfer windows 8s and 9s out of 10. Yeah, I'm sick of it. The culture within English football clubs is shambolic. Oh, it's a great transfer window. It's an 8 or a 9. Really? How comes you still ain't got a striker or a winger then? How comes you still need a midfielder? How comes you ain't got a goalkeeper or a striker? How are you rating it an 8 or an? Because it looks good online, isn't it? And this is the problem with English football. Infested with losers, peddled out by Sky Sports about the top 4 is heating up. You're talking about top 4 races heating up. You either win the league or you've lost. It's as simple as that. Oh, but there's progress. Progress. Let me tell you right now, in simple terms, for the cheap seats at the back, there is no progress unless you win. Oh, but the league position, Lee, you go 8th, 5th, 2nd, that's progress. No, it ain't. It just means you were closer to first in league position. Less points away from where you was a couple of years ago. And what? You still lost. You just lost in a different position. It's shambolic. Absolutely shambolic. Bayern Munich fans are absolutely seething. Yeah, they won 8-0 at the weekend. So why are they all seething? Why are they not saying, oh, don't worry about the cup, bigger fish to fry, we've got Champions League and League? Why aren't they saying that? I'll tell you why, because the standards have been set. Yeah, but Lee, you know, we need to win the league. We need to be in a title race. It's hard to beat Man City. If it's hard to beat Man City, then try and win a cup. A cup that they're not in, by the way. All laughing at Tottenham. Yeah, all laughing at Tottenham, and Man United fans all laughing at Man City when they got knocked out of the cup. What's the difference? Because now both of our clubs are knocked out of the cup. It makes no sense to me. Why are people finding excuses for losing? And the maddest thing about it is Arsenal and Man United fans online are probably the 2 worst fan bases in world sport. They're both sitting there cheering and high-fiving. Oh, yes, high five. We're out the Carabao Cup. Why are you laughing that you lost? People say I'm negative and I'm toxic and all of that. Yeah. I want to win the cup. And I'm seen as negative and toxic for wanting to win that cup. But it's now fashionable to not want to win that cup. So if you want to win it, you're now negative. That is the world we live in England. Yeah, English football culture. If you want to win, you're negative. If you're unhappy you got knocked out of a cup tournament, you're negative. Because now it's fashionable not to win and not to want to win. Yeah, in Germany, Spain, Italy, France, you don't have this culture. Why? Oh, I'll tell you why. Because Sky ain't peddling out BS and their fans ain't been infested. Their fan bases. Yeah, do you think Real Madrid, when they lose a game, it's all heads up onto the next? Arsenal tweeting out last night, our Carabao Cup run comes to an end. What run? It was the 4th round. We got in it the round before. What do you mean the cup run? Cup run. Man United. Shambles. And Man United fans all over social media today hyping up they're not in the Carabao Cup. You're the holders of it. Why are you all happy? It's unbelievable. Bayern Munich fans, just go and listen to Bayern Munich fans on podcasts. Go and read their comments on their Twitter pages. Yeah, Bayern Munich fans want Thomas Tuchel sacked. Now, today. Today. They want him sacked. Sacked. He won 8-0 at the weekend. 8-0. They got Dortmund at the weekend. If he loses that, he's gone. In fact, if he don't win that, even if he draws, he's probably gone. Because that is the standards. You can't do that at Bayern Munich. Yeah, you can't draw a game at Bayern Munich. You can't lose a game at Bayern Munich. Why? Because the standards are set. And anyone who wants to be a Bayern Munich fan has to conform. Whereas at Arsenal and at Man United and at Tottenham and now soon to be Chelsea, anyone who's a Chelsea fan or any of them other 3 clubs, you don't have to conform. All you've got to do is just jump on what's popular. And if it's popular to be out of the cup, it's popular. And anyone who wants to be in it is negative. But then when it's fashionable to want a manager out, they all jump on it. Yeah, absolute disgusting, disgraceful behaviour. Yeah, I'm sick of it. Absolutely sick and tired of it. Yeah, the fact is, if Man City are going to win the league, and it's hard to win the league, and it is hard to win the league, don't get it twisted, why don't you go and win a cup then, mate? Man United did it last season, so what's changed this season? Why don't they want it this year? Why did they throw that in the bin last night? Tottenham getting knocked out in the first round. Embarrassing. Actually embarrassing, man. Big up to Jurgen Klopp. Yeah, I hope Liverpool go and win it. I hope they go and win it. Because I tell you now, if you ask Arsenal fans how many Liverpool players they'd take at Arsenal, they wouldn't say many. A couple, maybe. Yet they're going to fight on four fronts. And they've got a great chance to win all of them. In fact, they've got a better chance to win all of them than Arsenal. Firstly, we're not in one of them anymore. Secondly, they've got a better chance to win the league because they've actually got a manager who's done it. And yeah, they're going to go very far in that Europa League. We're not going very far in the Champions League, and Man United could be out after the next game. So is what it is, isn't it? Is what it is. But unfortunately, when you've got media puppets, media lovies working on behalf of the football club, peddling out propaganda, when you've got ex-players twerking for absolute rubbish at these football clubs, like, then you have paid football fans paid to tweet PR all day, and that is a thing. Go and Google PSG, they do it. Yeah, paid PR to spread good vibes on match day. Good vibes. And then you have Sky Sports dramatizing and overhyping anything, like the hipster down at Brighton, the hipster manager at Brighton who's conceded 1 goal less than Luton this season, I think. When you've got all of that added up together, it's very easy to push a narrative when the narrative is being controlled on every outlet. Don't have that in Spain. Yeah, Marca, people say, is the mouthpiece for Real Madrid. Well, I'll tell you now. Yeah, I'll tell you right now. Yeah, that ain't the case. Yes, they will peddle out propaganda, but at the same time, they stick it on Paul's Ancelotti in press conferences. Yeah, they stick it on Paul's Thomas Tuchel in press conferences. Don't have any of that over in England, do you? Oh, hello, Mikel. Hey, you taste lovely, Mikel. Yeah, disgusting. Will you be meeting Aubameyang for a coffee, Mikel, when we play Chelsea? Will the goalkeeper whose name begins with R, his surname begins with R, will he be playing in goal at the weekend, Mikel? Ange Postecoglou had a journalist sat in front of him the other week. As somebody who plays FPL, do I need to transfer out James Maddison? What are you waffling about? This culture is a disgrace. And until it changes, these English football clubs are going to fleece fans left, right and centre. Yeah, the best thing that could have happened to some of these clubs was COVID. Because now they're going to play on your emotions, your emotional connection, and the feel-good factor, because you might not be able to go again. At any point, we could be locked down for 2 years. So now they're going to fleece you. And Arsenal, Man United and Tottenham are doing that more so than any other clubs. Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting and disgraceful. And I'm sick and tired of cups being dismissed. Yeah, if you can't win the league, win a cup. Go and have a look at the last 25 winners, yeah, or 30 winners, whatever you want to do. Even the last 10 winners of the Copa del Rey. Go and have a look at that. Go and have a look at the finalists. Osasuna, Athletic Bilbao, Villarreal, Real Betis. Why? Because they know they're not going to win the league, so they take the cup seriously. Go and have a look at the European competitions, Europa Leagues and stuff like that. Go and have a look at the teams that arrive in the final. Not going to win the leagues, are they? So they take the cup seriously because they ain't interested in that. It's about football heritage. Yeah, in England, it's all about the money, baby. All about the money and good vibes. Anyone who don't conform to the good vibes is negative. Yeah? Cool. And on that bombshell, I'm going to go and chill for the rest of the afternoon. Have a wonderful evening, people. I had to get it off my pigeon chest. And I'm going to go and have some fried fish. I'm the only one who is actually frying fish, if I'm honest. I had a nice bit of sea bass yesterday. I'm going to probably have a little bit of octopus today. Bit of gambas, some prawns. Is what it is, isn't it? Have a blessed day, man. I'll be back again tomorrow. Adios. Ciao.